Yo, welcome to the Direct X Talk Show, a show where we don't hold back, and a show where we don't sugarcoat shit, and a show where we keep it official and bring the motherfucking facts. And tonight, I would like to thank Ghostwriter 730 for hosting the show tonight. My brother from another mother, what's up, man?
Y'all guys, y'all already know it's your boy the Ghost with the Most, and I'm back bringing y'all the motherfucking facts, like my boy Wolf says.
Bang, bang. And we have the man of the hour. We have Megatron in the motherfucking house. Special guest here tonight. I'd like to thank you for coming on the show.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for inviting me, Ghost Rider Iron Wolf.
Yeah, man, no problem, man. We decided to do this show, based on the fact that we've had a lot of news coming lately on the Xbox side. Let's just say in Xbox land itself, and none of them seem to be positive for some reason, and that shit really bothers me, in more ways than one. And we heard all the news with the direction Microsoft are going with, Xbox and Windows 10 and how they want to integrate that together and somewhat blur the lines, which I don't know why they want to do that. I think they should keep that separate. If they want to release games on PC, then so be it. But I don't think they should mix console with PC gamers because of the obvious. They have the advantage with the keyboard and mouse, and we all know that. And then we had all that stuff with the upgrades that got a little bit of a mixed reaction. And then we had this news that came yesterday that a game that Microsoft have been working on for the last few years, Fable Legends, has been cancelled indefinitely. It's a wrap. They've canned it completely, and they've also closed down Lionhead Studio. Now it doesn't just stop there. They've also closed Big Park Studio, Leap Experience Pioneers. I think Team Dakota are no longer there. The people who made Project Spark, and there's several others. Now it's not looking good so far, and I just want to know what you guys think. Starting with you, Megatron, man. Welcome to the show.
Oh man, Wolf Rider. One word: crushed. Heartbroken. I don't know. I could keep going, man. It was, you know, Lionhead Studios and Fable Legends. Fable Legends was just a big game to me, and I was looking forward to it. And I didn't get a chance to play the beta, but all the hype and everything, and how good it looked. I don't know. I'm just disappointed, man. Just and
I know. Yeah, I agree.
You know, I'm disappointed too myself because Fable Legends is a classic, and everybody that played on the 360 and I know they enjoyed Fable Legends, and I know what I didn't understand is why would they make it free to play? And the art style that they used, the graphics was beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but I think they took out the essence of the real Fable how it was, and I
Yeah.
feel that where they messed up at is it took so long. What, it was like 2 years or something. They've been telling us about this supposedly free exclusive that we were supposed to have,
yeah.
and for them to take it back and then give us the beta. And while we playing the beta, some people was fortunate enough to play with Phil Spencer and some of the Xbox team, you
The
know.
forever beta.
And yeah, the beta, it was like it was great, and it was like it was a beautiful game. But then when you shutting down Lionhead Studios, you killing off uh freaking developers that a studio that was known in the Xbox, community and all that, and everybody had love for that studio. And I know Wolf, that should have bothered you because that's where you from.
Yeah, it's a UK studio.
Uh huh.
It's in Guildford, and yeah, I'm kind of upset about that. They were a great studio. They've made some, great games. Like the first three Fable games were great. I wasn't a big fan of Journey and Heroes. The one with the Connect. I didn't really care
Yeah.
for those. But from the main series, I thought they were great games. I think Fable 2 was my personal favorite out of all of them. I think that was the best Fable game, and one of my favorite RPGs of last gen. Besides Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey, like that was the shit right there. You know what I mean?
They also made
But
Black and White.
Oh
Deus
man,
Ex.
come on, man. This is like one of the
Yeah,
only games where you can have sex. You know
yeah,
what I mean? You could have
right.
kids. You know what I mean? You could do some crazy shit.
They
Hey,
had
for
the
the weird.
bisexual thing going on too. There,
Yeah,
you were able
on
to like
the
sleep with men. And,
low, on the low.
Exactly, man. Like for all the people who are into that kind of stuff, man. Like you could sleep with other guys if you're into that. But like, me, I'm good, man. Like there's a lot of crazy shit you were able to do in that game, and it was amazing, man. It was a great
hmm
game, great experience, man.
Yo,
It
it
was.
was a great experience, man, and I had a
And
good time
and
playing.
and one thing though, man, which I don't really understand is that they've been promoting this game for the last two E3s, like E3 2014 and E3 2015. And
They had
Gamescom,
us.
they announced it initially at Gamescom 2013. That time where Xbox was getting all the horrible press with the DRM and everything, and they had to do their Gamescom press conference. They had to do it behind closed doors. I do
hmm
remember that, and
Um,
that's when I think Phil Harrison and Phil Spencer they announced this game. But I think it was done under Don Matrick when they first announced this game. I don't know like if he was still there at the company that time. I'm not too sure, but I do remember it was during the Matrick era. And now this game ceased to exist now. And
I
we
still can't
also
believe it.
I thought it was I actually thought it was a AAA game, and it was going to be a full retail release. And then they scaled it down to a free to play, and then to a point where the game no longer exists, it's canceled completely, and then they closed down the studio. Do you actually think that they should have you know let Lionhead finish the game before closing the studio?
At least that. At
yeah,
least that, because I'm like, they even announced that they were going to have this, open beta. People were making transactions, make microtransactions. They announced that they want to give their money back. That's all well and good, but you're thinking the game's coming along fine, and you just can't find. I don't know. The message is so unclear with what's going on with everything, man. And all this bad news. I can't express how disappointed I am. I was pissed. I
yeah.
was pissed. You
I don't
know.
blame you, man. I don't blame you. But do you feel, Megatron? Do you feel like you were blindsided? Like
Yeah.
it
That's
came
it.
out
I
of the
felt like
blue.
somebody cut the lights. I'm a fan of Xbox. Somebody cut the lights off, and I walked into a room and somebody just started smacking me in the face with just nothing but else, man. Just like, I wanted this game. I don't know. And I didn't play the beta, but I heard good things about it, and I was looking forward to it.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yeah,
It's like,
I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say, sorry to interrupt, man. Like I was part of the beta, for over a year now. I've been part of the beta, a year and a half, nearly, should I say? And I kept saying on Twitter, and I know Megatron, because you actually favorited my tweet or liked my tweet. When
hmm
I said it's Fable Legends is the longest beta in gaming history. As far as I know of betas, you know what I mean? Like I've been part of many betas, and I've never seen a beta or never been part of a beta that's been stretched out that long. You know what I mean? It don't make no fucking sense.
It
Yeah,
doesn't. It
You know,
doesn't.
I've seen this game grow though. I've seen it from a point where it didn't look too good. It looked okay to a point where I saw it progress and it looked better and better. And when they kept updating the game, putting patches in, you could really notice the graphical fidelity, the textures. This shit looked like Pixar. You know what I'm saying? It looked beautiful. You see the particle effects, you see all kinds of shit in this game. I remember to a point it was only a multiplayer thing, and then they add the whole co-op, the quests, and it was really really fun. And I don't understand why they still have an NDA on this beta. I think they should at least lift that and let the fans stream this game. That's the least they can do. So that way people could appreciate how beautiful and how amazing this game really was.
using DirectX 12 at that.
Yeah, that was the showcase, man. One of the games
Exactly.
that was supposed to show DX12 and
And it was looking beautiful. It was stunning. But I ain't gonna lie, when I woke up, I'm at my job working, and when I checked to see the videos, from the subscribers and who I subscribe to, and I just get slapped in the face, it felt like it said, "Got him." It got me. Like them ponies got us, bro. Nah, I'm just fucking around. But anyway, like I tell you like this, man. Like
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed with Microsoft, man. It's been what gigantic. Fable Legends, all these other studios that's been, we laughed at, on some real shit. We laughed at the Sony gamers, and now it's happening to us. The shoe's on the other foot, and it just leaves you scratching your head like, what's going on here? We got games getting pushed back. Like, what's up, Microsoft? Like, what are you doing?
You
Like, I don't.
know, like we had one of the, people, one of the employees that used to work at Lionhead saying that, he went out on Twitter just saying that Microsoft are destroying, or they're the destroyer of first party studios. It was a pretty harsh comment, but I can understand from, from his view, from his perspective that, why he feels the way he feels. But somewhat I do agree. But people are raging right now. People are spamming Phil Spencer of all
I don't.
people.
Yeah,
They're blaming him for this whole
I
thing
don't.
that
I don't feel so.
he's destroying the Xbox brand. He's doing this. He's doing that. I don't believe that's the case at all. I believe it's out of his control. Sometimes he has to make certain decisions that's where he's under pressure. It's either that or either nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
Yeah,
he
just
had to
want to
do.
know. I want to know what was the reason? Like just flat out, was it money? Was it just
I,
development time? What was going on?
I,
Because
I, I got a feeling. I got a feeling it was Satya Nadella. He
yeah,
had a lot to do with that. I don't think it was Phil. So if you want to spam anybody, anybody who's watching, you spam Satya Nadella. He's the
yeah.
guy you gotta spam
That's
because
who they need to spam, not
Cause
Phil.
since yeah, cause since he became CEO of Microsoft, he hasn't really supported the Xbox brand like we would have hoped. Like when Steve Ballmer was there, you saw all this funding. Their marketing machine was a fucking beast. You see them on TV commercials. You see them like on subways. You see them on billboards. You see that shit all over. You see that shit on airways.
Like,
hmm
Now,
like,
sometimes you'll be on a flight going to Hawaii and you see that shit. You know what I'm saying? For example, you see that shit everywhere.
I,
Xbox everywhere. But now it's come to a point you don't see that shit anywhere. Like
I,
the only thing they use, the only tool they use is social media to promote their game, and that's not gonna really cut it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. And I'll tell you like this: the reason why I say it's not Phil is because when I got to speak to Phil that day and Phil talked, he said they're listening to us. You understand? Like they're for the gamers. He's for the gamers. Now remember, in every position, there's always a man higher than you. So that means you can want to do something, but if your higher upper or your boss says no, then you cannot do nothing because he holds a higher position. That's like in the army, that's like in the police force, that's like in anything that, like, if there's somebody higher than you, period, you got to fall into command. Phil is trying for the gamers. Look what he's
Yeah.
done. Rare replay. When you look at everything he's been given, he's been delivering. The only thing is if you got somebody that's not wanting to kick out stuff and kick out the money, and he's only thinking about like like what you just said, Wolf. Salsium, what's his name? Salsium,
Satya Nadella.
Salsium Nadella, and he's not a gamer. He's
He's
not a
not.
gamer,
He's just a
and that's
suit.
what
That's
people
all
got to
he
it's
is.
all
realize.
business.
It's all business to him. It's all about making money. Microsoft brand
To
is about
him,
making
to a
money.
guy like him, the Xbox brand as itself, on its own, it's just a service to him. He's more
Yes,
of a
it is.
service guy, and if he had it his way, he'll probably make all Xbox games available on the PlayStation 4. Now, I mean, the thing with Steve Ballmer, he believed that if you want to play or if you want our software, you need to buy our hardware. I mean, that's the way he always
And
looked at things.
that's why it was a success. You understand? That's why it blew everybody's mind. And actually, I ain't gonna lie, I tip my hat off to the dude in the beginning of this cycle, meaning this generation. He looked at everybody in that crowd and he said, if you basically when they try to shit on the Xbox One, he said that's why we got a 360 for. For all your people that are out there that want to, they can't afford an Xbox One, we got a 360.
No,
And
I don't. No, 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 no. The thing when he said that, like we have a great product for you. It's called an Xbox 360. People just took it the wrong way, and the media like spun that
oh
and
yeah,
like turned it into a whole negative thing. That showing that trying to say he's arrogant, but I don't think he meant it in that kind of way. He was just
hmm
trying to talk to the customer out there who don't have an
exactly.
internet connection. if you don't have an internet connection, there's a 360 for you. You know, because the Xbox One is the future. You know that you need internet to actually have all the features of the Xbox One, you know, running on your TV. You know what I mean? Like especially with the cable integration, the
Yep.
Connect. You know, it's essential. Like you know, internet itself is essential. Like for consoles, even for PC. Like without internet, your PC's fucking useless.
It's all right.
It's a piece of shit. You
Internet
know
is
what I mean?
everything.
It's a brick. That's all it is. Like
Exactly.
your console's a brick without the internet.
That's like nowadays. Could you believe people can't go without their phone having internet? Or it'll be a worthless piece of shit. It's honest. I'm being honest here, and I ain't gonna.
Making a phone call, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. Making a phone call, you're gonna see people pulling their hair out, probably breaking phones.
Like, yeah, they'll be like, "What? I could just text? Fuck this shit, man."
Yep. But you know how it is. The Sony
Nobody
guys,
even texts no
told them
more.
we
You know
read
what I'm saying?
your letters.
We don't even text anymore on our phones. You know what I mean? Like we use social media, we tweet, we do DMs, we use all these like you know third-party apps. We don't use SMS text messages anymore. It's done. It's dead.
I ain't gonna lie, Wolf. You remember Sony? We read your letters.
Yeah.
No, but this is the thing. Like you gotta give Sony credit
Nah,
where credit
I
is
get
due.
on the credit.
You gotta give them credit. You know their marketing has been on point. It's been
Yes.
a beast. And you're talking about a company that's broke. They're having financial problems. They're struggling to the fullest. And the difference between the Microsoft investors and the Sony investors is that the Sony investors they want to invest in gaming, while the Microsoft investors and all the CEOs like Nadella, Stephen Elop, and all those guys, they don't give a fuck about the Xbox brand. In fact, if they had it their way, they'll spin it off.
Yes, it would. You're right.
Since he took charge, like I'm saying, since he took charge, man, the budget has gone down every single fucking year.
Yeah.
Would have guessed it, man, with the success of the 360 and and going to the Xbox One and then all this what we're going through now. Look at what we're talking about. It's just like we're talking about Fable, Lionhead Studios and
yeah.
I don't know, man. But
it feels like the writing's on the wall. They closed down Lionhead Studio, Team Decoder. Like if you go on the actual Microsoft Studios website. And he has a list of all the active studios. Before it was like 20 some. Now it's like shrink down completely. I think it's like 12 or 10 right now. It's not looking good, bro. It's just really not.
It's just sad, man. At the end of the day, when you look at it, like us as gamers, we losing good studios that make great games. What are we gonna play? Indies? We ain't the PlayStation 4, man. We don't like really indies, man.
Yeah, but when you look at it from like another point, maybe it's the fact that I'm just looking at it. Maybe it's possible that it came to a point where Microsoft had enough and they were sick and tired of waiting for this game. Maybe they had a set date and they didn't really, like I said, they didn't meet the deadline, and that's why they did what they did, and that's why they're all out of a job right now. That
could be. It could be that they didn't deliver.
Yeah, it could be the case.
Microsoft,
like you have to look at it from both. You have to
delivering. We cutting you off.
Exactly. Like you have to look at it from both sides. But like they should have, like I said, if you're going to close down the studio, at least let them finish the game, and then you can close the studio. Because you promised the consumer, you promised everybody that this game is going to be done, it's going to be available. You've been hyping up this shit. Like remember the fucking the AMD I think there was a AMD press event and they were showcasing this game with their new GPU and DirectX 12. They were showing this particular game, showcasing all the capabilities in that GPU. And that was the showcase, DirectX 12. That was going to be that game.
Yes,
you know how stupid they look right now that they canceled the game.
That was the cross-play. It was supposed to be cross-play. It was, that whole integration and.
I know,
man.
But do you think? Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think it's possible that they probably handed the Fable franchise to another studio to make? and they may use the assets of Fable Legends, and maybe at E3 they may shock everybody, shock the world, and announce Fable 4. Do you think that could be the case?
It could
I'm
be.
not. I know it's wishful thinking, and I know it sounds like a reach, but I just want to know from you guys: do you think it's possible?
Who knows, man? I know Phil stated that we're gonna see a lot of surprises, so hopefully that it comes. It could be. Who knows, man? I think Microsoft got a ace up their sleeve, man. For everything
I'm
that's happening now, I think they're gonna come back and give us something better.
I'm not even trying to get my hopes up. If it happens, I'm thankful as a fan of the franchise, but I'm not going to try to get my hopes up. I hope they do something.
Yeah,
That's
man.
it.
I just want to see some new IPs
But
or
maybe they may, they'll probably realize some of these studios are not making no money. They're not really turning any profit, and they may have decided to, close the doors on them studios. That could be the case.
and start up new ones. Who knows? They
Who
probably
knows? That's
started
what I'm saying.
one.
Maybe they thought, okay, you know what? These studios are taking, our time and resource, and they're taking all our money, and it's not.
It's not
I
enough.
just saw you on the camera right there.
Oh, my
Yeah, and
bad,
it's
man.
not. Yeah, yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, and it's not working. They're not delivering. They're not meeting the deadline, and they thought, fuck it, let's just close the studio. You never know. Maybe they may want to acquire a different studio, but you know what? Based on what Microsoft have been doing lately, I wouldn't want them to buy another studio, man. I really wouldn't.
Who
Because
knows?
if you're not gonna give the funding, if you're not gonna back the games, then don't buy the studios, man. That's all I'm saying. And you know what we were talking about? Microsoft should buy Remedy, Microsoft should buy, Capcom or Sega. You know what? There's no point. I don't think they should.
I feel that they should just keep doing what they doing, man. But don't take out these studios that's giving great games, man.
But
Because
this is the thing. This is the thing, Ghost. Right? Like we all know that Forza makes some money. We know Halo makes some money. We know Gears of War that makes them a lot of money, right? So if those studios make them a lot of money, those studios are not going to close. In fact, they're going to expand the studios and make more games, for those franchises. But if you're looking at Fable, like that does have a fan base, it does have a following and everything like that. But like they haven't made a real Fable game for God knows how many years. It's been quite a few years, more than 5 years, I'd say. So they had to do what they had to do. And now with Rare, I guess people are saying Rare could be next. If this Sea of Thieves, if they don't deliver, Rare could be next, man. Because
I don't. I don't see Rare. Rare's a great studio. I don't think they're gonna be next, Wolf. Cause think about it, man.
no,
Like
but this is the thing. You're saying they're a great studio, but
Was the
like
Lionhead a great studio too? I mean, it's just like I don't, who
no.
knows?
Lionhead is a
Right?
great
Right.
studio, but like most of those developers who worked on the original Fable, they were no longer there anyway.
Okay.
And same thing with Rare. All the original Rare members, they're Platonic Studios. They're making that ukulele or whatever it's called, that indie game. That's what they're making right now. And
Hmm.
I really don't know. Like with Microsoft, they seem to be investing in HoloLens games. Why the fuck you want to keep that studio that made Scream Ride? Why the fuck you want to keep that studio that made Zoo Tycoon, but then you want to like close down Lionhead? It don't make no fucking sense.
It
Like,
doesn't.
why the fuck would you have those HoloLens studios still having a job? Have you seen that Conker fucking demo that they showed? That was fucking horrible, man. That was fucking trash,
I don't
man.
know what that thing
They
was, man. I'm like,
bastardized the fucking game. Destroyed the fucking franchise. You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
know,
Look,
man.
if you really want to make a Conker game, get Platonic Studios to make that game. You know what I mean? Hire them and get them to make a Conker game. They're the original people that made the banjos and all those kind of games. So if you want to make a banjo or a conker, then you get those people to do it. That's not how you do it. Or even get Insomniac, like Insomniac Studios, man. They'll be a great studio to make a new like next gen conker game.
I see it as Wolf. Like I don't know what's going on with Microsoft right now. It's like they just going downhill, believe it or not.
But I feel as though like they're no longer gonna get like first party studios to be making that many games. You know, they're gonna keep their first party studios very limited now. You know, and obviously the budget is really low. And I think the direction that they're headed right now, they're gonna be more lean. They're gonna be leaning more towards the second party stuff, like Remedy. You know, a second party studio. They're gonna be making games. You know, they're gonna be making exclusive games with guys like Platinum Games, maybe. You
Hmm.
know, Capcom. I do see a Dead Rising 4 coming at E3. I could see that happening.
That
That's for sure.
That would be
that
definitely
sounds good.
nice.
It would
Yeah,
definitely, yeah, exactly. You know, that Dead Rising 3 was a great game. It was a launch game, and it still looked good. But like, this time they're gonna have all the SKUs, the updated SKUs, the dev kits. They're gonna have all the DirectX 12 tools, and they'll probably implement the cloud. They're gonna amplify the cloud in some sort of way in this game, and I'm pretty excited about that. I know, like, we're gonna see a Dead Rising. I have that feeling that we're gonna see Dead Rising
and that's a
4.
great game.
Yeah, and we probably see a new Battletoads game, and Phil's been teasing this for the longest time, since last year with the T-shirts. Then they made, an appearance in
Killer
Shovel
Instinct.
Knight. Yeah, Killer Instinct, Shovel Knight. They've been everywhere, and Rare Replay. So they're trying to refresh everybody's minds, with Battlefield. I was gonna say Battlefield, I mean Battletoads, and then eventually, he'll release a Battletoads game. But what's going on with Microsoft, man? Like, this 2016 has been horrible, man.
I thought it was going to be a great year, man, with all the
Yeah, man.
exclusives. But when they got pushed back, Wolf is like, what? Like, what's up?
No,
Like,
no,
what's
this,
going
this,
on?
this,
You know?
this every week when I see Xbox news, it always seems to be bad news. That's the thing, and I know it's beyond Phil's control, but like, it's like I don't want to hear no news. That's how I feel because I know every time I hear news, it's always going to be something negative. You know what I mean?
That's what it's been for the
That's
last
how I
last couple
feel
of
right now.
weeks.
Last couple of weeks has been that way.
Yeah.
It's been real shocking to be honest with you, man. It really has. Like, think about, all the stuff with the PC, and then eventually, the upgradable Xbox One, which has caused a mixed reaction, and then studios closing, like 5 studios closing, and then you have games like Scalebound being delayed, Recall being delayed. It's not
You
looking good.
try to you try to embrace some of the ideas and you adjust and get used to it, and then it's just one thing after another after another. It's just like versus the studio, then
It's
Windows
just
10, and then
the timing is
somebody's on
bad.
Twitter, and then now it's just this cancellation of Fable Legends, which has been on E3 after E3, and here we are today.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to digest everything at the same time, man. It's not just Lionhead. The Press Play as well, they closed
Yeah,
down. The developer that made Max Curse of Brotherhood,
great game.
they were actually making a game that was voted by the fans. And this project, I don't know the name of the project. If anyone in the comment section listening, just put it out. I forgot the name, but they were making a game a lot of people were excited for, and the studio's closed. Like, I don't know, man. It seems like in Europe, like, I guess if you're not American, they want to close down all the European studios. That's how I feel in a way. I just hope that Rare's still there because they're making Sea of Thieves right now, and I feel as though if Sea of Thieves don't deliver, they probably close down Rare too. If that's a flop,
Hmm.
so I don't know, man.
It's like you get
Rare has so much history, though. That's the thing. Rare has so much history. Instead of closing them down, I'd rather like Microsoft let them go independent instead. So that way they could still make games and the Rare legacy can live on,
At
yeah.
this
Because
point, can they even afford to go independent? Maybe multiplat at the very least, but I don't.
no, but they could still go independent, right? And then
Hmm.
still have like backing from publishers. You know what I'm saying? They could pitch some
Okay.
of their ideas and some of their games to other publishers, and they probably publish the game.
Yep.
That's how it kind of works. Like sometimes being independent kind of helps. You have your own. You do have all the creative control Because sometimes with independent studios, or I mean, sometimes the studios alone, like they have to do what Microsoft or you know
Mm-hmm.
Sony tell them to do. They have to do it. They don't have a choice, otherwise they get fired. There
Yeah,
was a lot of like I said, there was a lot of disagreements between Microsoft and Bungie. Bungie wanted to make uh, the next Halo game. They wanted to turn it into an RPG,
Mm-hmm.
and what they turned Destiny into. I guess that's what they wanted to do with Halo in some way, and they wanted to just try new things. And Microsoft didn't want any of that, and Bungie, and them had a disagreement, and they had to, keep it moving.
yeah. And look, believe it or not, Destiny sold very well, so they made their money.
Yeah, Destiny made a lot of money, man. Like,
Yep.
I think there was like 16 million active users for Destiny, man. Very successful, man, for a new IP. I ain't gonna fucking lie.
Yep.
But
But
Also,
you can't lie, the Halo 5 was kick ass, a 343. So,
they did a good job.
yep,
I enjoyed Halo 5 Guardians.
Halo 5 is a beautiful, beautiful game.
oh, no doubt, man, no doubt. But yeah, like although we had some bad news, we did have some good news today, man. Like Game Informer magazine, they finally revealed the cover of the April issue of the Game Informer magazine, and it was Gears of War 4. And
Looking,
there was a little article, and it has been confirmed, Megatron, that we do have a third character in the game, but the game is still gonna be two-player co-op. But I guess that third character will probably be your AI companion, possibly. Maybe you may have the option to play as him at certain points of the game. We don't even know.
mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Like kind of like Halo 5 Guardians. Like, you could select which character you want to be, right, when you're playing co-op. So that could be the case with Gears of War 4. You never know. But yeah, we finally because I was kind of concerned because, like, Gears of War is well known as a game that has diversity. You know what I mean? And I was scared. I was hoping to God that they were not gonna whitewash this game. Like they did Gods of Egypt. And as soon as I saw that new character, I thought, my God, that's a brother right there. Thank God.
word.
No, 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 I ain't against white people. I love white people. I married a white woman, like I'm saying. And Megatron, you married a white woman,
Yes,
so
sir.
it's all good. But what I'm trying to
And I
say,
married a white woman.
there you go, man. So what I'm trying to say is that we want a
We all three
diversity in
married a
that
white woman. Yeah.
game.
We all three married a white woman. All of us. And we
Thicker than a snicker.
Oh, the outrage.
thicker than a snicker.
But yeah, for real though, man. Like I'm glad that we do have a diversity in that game. A cast that has different backgrounds. People that have different backgrounds and different origins. I'm glad that we have that. And I saw some of the screenshots. Like Megatron, have you seen some of the screenshots? You seen how beautiful this game looks?
They
Like you seen
look
the
they look great, man. I'm so excited. It's just it looks good, man. It
I
looks
know,
good.
have you seen the new enemies, man? I'm
That shit
thinking,
look crazy.
damn, man, looks scary as fuck.
You should make Donald Trump one of the locusts. That's just my the new enemy. The new enemy in Gears of War 4.
But yo, man, this game looks fire. I'm
It
telling you, it
does.
looks fire, man. Definitely, like, in contention along with Quantum Break as game of the year for 2016, man. I'm
Yep.
telling you.
And just off those clips, man, it looks better than Dude Bro Jones, man. I'm
I know,
just saying. I
based
don't
off
want
that
to.
E3 footage, though, man, I'm saying that's the best night footage I've seen in a video game. But
That's
like,
Oh,
I'm
hell
sure
yeah.
tomorrow they're gonna reveal more tomorrow. In fact, I think we're gonna see, like, hopefully we see gameplay or some kind of info on it. But so far the screenshots I've seen, like, have you seen the lighting and the attention to detail? They've added some new mechanic. There's a combat knife in this game now, so you could use your combat knife and probably just stab a locust or
I
whatever.
saw that. I saw that.
That's cool, bro.
Yeah.
And there's a new mechanic where you do like a shoulder charge, and it would like daze the enemy for a few seconds. It will slow down the enemy. I think that's pretty dope, man.
Almost
You
like a
know,
stun
Gears of
move.
War, they always adding new stuff to it, and that's great. Great.
They're always innovating. You know what I
Yep.
mean? That's Microsoft. You know, and like they're kind of like assisted with Epic Games with the previous Gears of War titles. They've been always innovating and taking it to the next level. And Gears of War 4 is not going to be any different. And graphically, you know, like Rod Ferguson said, it's going to be a 60 frames per second graphical showpiece for the
Oh man,
Xbox One. You
that's
know,
that's
it's going to
another 60 frame under our belts. You know what I
and
mean?
it's gonna be DirectX 12 too, man. You know, full DirectX 12. We don't know if it's coming to PC or not, but you know, if it's not gonna come to PC, then I guess it may come at another date. Maybe it's not gonna be day and date, you know, with the Xbox One version. So I guess they want to sell the consoles because
Hmm.
there was a leaked list. I don't know if you know about it, Megatron, but there was a list that was leaked out. It showed I think Scalebound, Forza Horizon 3 confirmed for PC, and all those other games that we already know of. But the only games that were missing was Gears of War 4.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, so unless you know, as for now, until further notice, it does look like Gears of War 4 is an Xbox One exclusive. Like I said, until for further notice. But then I think
yeah.
if it does get announced for PC, I don't think it will be day and date. It will be kind of like Gears of War Ultimate Edition.
To me, Wolf, man, regardless if it goes to Windows 10, man, it's still an exclusive for us because
Oh,
Oh
it's
yeah,
boy.
not
no
on the
doubt.
PlayStation 4 and it's not on the Wii U or whatever. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's our exclusive regardless. So at the end of the day, they could go, yeah, you're losing your exclusives, but at the end of the day, we played it and you're not. So that's
and
all that
those
matters.
And those ponies that go around and say, "Oh, I could play on my PC," they front like they have a PC, but in all reality, they just have a laptop that their moms bought for them, like you know, for Christmas for their homework, and they act like it's a rig. It's not
Listen, man.
They
fucking
can't
rig.
even run the game. Specs are too low on most of these PCs anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, so some of these clowns, their PCs can't even run Minecraft, man. I'm just keeping it real.
And I'll tell
They
you like
won't even
this,
play
man. A
with
lot of them
Minecraft.
hide behind PC. That's what they do. They
Hiding
hide
behind, yeah.
behind.
How could they hide behind a PC they don't even have? That's the thing.
They
Like, even
hide.
I have a PC, but I don't care for it.
Exactly. I got a PC, and if
Yo, dude, I could play Shenmue 3, I could play Street Fighter 5, I could play No Man's Sky on my PC, but I don't give a shit about them games. Why? Because they're trash. And that's a motherfucking fact.
hey, listen, man. Phil Spencer said he owes us one for Street Fighter, but I tell you once again, Wolf and Megatron, I am glad Phil Spencer ain't buy that Street Fighter bullshit. You know, the game is stunning. It's beautiful. I'm not gonna hate on it. The game, I said it before in the video. It's a pretty game, but this shit lacks content. You can't hardly get into matches like that. It takes forever. That shit is a dud. And I know
Yeah.
it's a dud, man. And I'll tell you like
You
this.
know, I'm a Street Fighter fan, though. Like, I ain't gonna lie
I,
to you, though.
hey,
I'm a Street Fighter fan. I grew up
we
with the
are street.
franchise,
Yeah,
and there's always
exactly.
gonna be a part of my heart that says, you know
You know,
what,
you
Street
know what's
Fighter's
crazy?
badass.
Yo, Wolf, you know what's crazy? I got a comment of a guy. Oh, I could tell you to know how to play Street Fighter. Motherfucker, I grew up when fucking Street Fighter first came out.
Hmm.
Like
I played the
that,
first one.
exactly, man. I played mostly all them shits, man. It's like people think, oh man, that you just talk out your ass. You know, I'm 33 years old. I played those games. I even got a chance to play freaking Atari. Like I am 33 years old, man. I ain't a young buck with boogers coming out my nose or just got a console that's the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4 and just want to get on comment sections. Like, or some of the old heads. Duke, I've been playing Street Fighter. I'm tired of Street Fighter. I also played Mortal Kombat when that first came out. Played a lot of it. And you know, after a while, you start getting into other games. Like, when I look
Yeah.
at this Street Fighter, they was
Mhm.
praising it so bad, but when it was a dud, not even the media was talking about it. But if it was Microsoft, they would
Oh
have been
boy.
chewing Phil Spencer's ass. They would have probably brought him on the show again. Yeah, man.
Hmm.
Hey, Phil, how you doing, man? But what's up with that Street Fighter 5? How come I'm?
Now this is the thing, like you know, if it's true, it's from a credible site, xboxsolo.com. It's a Spanish Xbox website. They actually reported that there's 42 games that have been tested right now for the Xbox One for backwards compatibility, and those games are Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, Marvel vs. Capcom 3,
Ooh, that's
Super
mean.
Street Fighter 2 HD Turbo Remix,
Mm.
and Street Fighter Third Strike, along with Soul Calibur 5. You know
Huh.
Soul Calibur, the one that has Ezio from Assassin's Creed. So
Oh,
Yeah.
they've
that's
been
nice.
playtesting that right now, man. That game was butter, man.
Listen,
Mm.
all those games right there are the shit. Just put it
I
that
Well,
mean,
way. We getting all
that's
these
just a
Street Fighter.
few of them. I doubt those are just the fighters that I named, but like
and they
they
all
have
have way
Right.
more content than Street Fighter Five.
Exactly. They
oh
could go
man.
Hadouken, Hadouken, and we getting all these Street Fighters. Like they can have that one dud. Are we getting greatness?
Yeah, well, what do you guys think? We had the speaking about its compatibility, we had the new update for the preview program members, and we finally got a 360 store. So,
Oh yeah,
what do you guys
that's
think of that,
great.
man?
Looks
That's
You
great.
good.
think they laid it out right?
Yeah, they laid it out, and I just wanted to say, Wolf, man, you've been calling that out for a while, and they got it on there. That's great.
We all been calling it out.
Yeah.
Like the community together, we've been
Yep.
calling it out for a long time, and
See,
finally, they delivered, and
you
the
know,
Xbox team have done a great job, and I'd like to, thank them for doing so, man.
you know what I love about my YouTube subscribers and the community. Period. Meaning everybody that's got a channel out there that's doing
Yeah.
their own thing. Smaller guys, the big guys. You know, when we ask Phil Spencer and them for stuff, you got to give it to Microsoft. They listen and they deliver. When the Sony gamers ask, they get no. You hurry up and buy. You get a whack Street Fighter. You get nothing. They don't get nothing, bro. But they act like that their console's the best. They
Yo,
actually.
no. Whether you like the games on it, like Ghost, I want to take the opposite. I want to take the opposite approach to what you're saying, right?
Okay.
Uh, this is the way I see it. You may not like all of Sony's games, right? It may not be your cup of tea, and I respect that. And believe you me, they're not. Some of those games I don't like either. Not my cup of tea, because some of the games are, very low budget. Some of the games do seem look like, they've been made, at no money. It was cheaply made. But bottom line is, there is a crowd out there that like games like those. That's the thing.
Yeah. I see it like
There's a
this.
lot of games that Sony make that people do like, whether you like them or not. That's the
Yeah.
thing. And this is the thing with Microsoft, right? This year alone, 2016, what do we have so far as an exclusive to the Xbox One? What do
Hmm.
we have?
Uh. Wow. We got
I mean, do
Quantum
we count
Break.
Quantum Break and
Let me see. We got
No,
Gears of
no,
War 4.
right now to this point. I'm talking about till this point.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Then there's nothing, man. That we ain't had one exclusive. It's a
We
fact.
had them for a while. See, people can't.
No, what I'm trying to say is
I
like,
know right now, as of right
January,
now.
February, March, we still ain't had an exclusive, like a AAA exclusive.
Well, we're gonna get Quantum Break. And listen, man, Wolf, you gotta understand this. Maybe we caught a little dry spell, but how long did these mother effers and the Sony camp side waited so long before they even got an exclusive?
Yeah, but that's beside the point, though. Yeah, they probably had a very sparse lineup
Sparse
last holiday
lineup.
season. Yeah,
And the year
last
before
holiday
that,
season.
sparse lineup.
Yeah, they probably had a sparse, but we're talking right now, at this
Oh
point.
yeah. They got a
Yeah,
dud
guys,
though. They
no,
got
but
the
they have a dud, but it's still a game, and it's an option for PlayStation gamers. They could go out and buy this game and enjoy it.
well
Whether it's dog shit or not, they still have Street Fighter 5. They're gonna get Ratchet and Clank, the remaster. They're gonna get Uncharted 4. They're gonna get No Man's Sky. Now with the Xbox, I don't mean to sound like a pony or anything like that.
no, but
But what I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it
I
real.
guess we don't have shit.
I
We
would
haven't got no dates. We
Yeah.
ain't got no dates. Now
Yeah.
I know we're getting Quantum Break next month,
uh-huh.
but after that, what else do we have?
Hmm.
What else is coming?
Something's gonna come up. We're gonna get some.
We have the Gears of War 4 beta, which we don't really have any news on so far.
We should be getting some. We gonna get some stuff. They pushed back some games. They probably gonna add. Phil no got an ace up their sleeve, and I feel we gonna get stuff. They're not gonna leave us going through all these months just.
High and dry, man.
I don't think they're gonna leave us high and dry.
Don't bluff.
I
Don't
mean,
bluff us.
hey, I know they ain't gonna. I know they ain't gonna leave us high and dry, But hey, man, at the end of the day, man, if it's good for them, it's good for us, bro. Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy third party games.
See, I don't mean to
If they
sound
do,
negative or anything towards Xbox. You know what I'm saying?
no, but you saying
I'm
the
a huge
truth.
fan, but like sometimes you know I like to voice my concerns over shit like this. You know what I mean? Like if we don't have any fucking dates.
Yeah, like
I
look,
think
you got
I,
some Sony YouTubers. I don't mean to cut you off, Wolf.
not for
Hoping and
real.
praying for that shaggy dog. I,
No, but our next exclusive will be I think it's Killer Instinct season 3 on the 29th of March. That's our next exclusive,
mm,
right? I think we're also getting Ori and the Blind Forest, the definitive edition, which really is, you know, in all reality, it's just an
Yeah,
add-on pack,
it's an extra level. Yeah, it's just
extra level, and you have fast travel. They might as well,
we
they
getting
might as well
Forza.
call it, you know, Game of the Year edition, you know, because that's what it really is. It's Game of the Year edition. They're adding new content, and that's it, you know. I may buy it, you know, I may not. I don't know. That remains to be
Nah, I'm
seen.
not buying it. I already got one.
But then we have Quantum Break, and then after that, I don't know. We know Crackdown is coming in the summertime, right? The beta or some shit like that, the multiplayer.
but
I
the,
don't
Yeah,
even know. Do we have to pay for that game or
I don't know.
I don't even?
I don't think so. I don't think we have to
They're
pay.
not. Yeah, they're not really giving any info about that, and that's what really bothers me. You know, we're coming so close to the beta, like we ain't seen no gameplay at all. You know what I mean? I want to
Maybe,
see the game run. Like people are, like I'm hearing all this shit. Like you know, some of the people at Microsoft they're playing it and they're tweeting out how amazing this game looks. But like, I want to see it myself. You know, that's just me.
I tell you like this. Maybe Microsoft want to surprise us. Maybe they trying to they don't want to have nothing leaked out. Maybe they trying to surprise us within these months coming up. You got to give them the.
Yeah, but the beta is just around the corner. That's the thing. They need to like at least give us dates. That's all I'm saying. They don't have to show like gameplay. But at least give me dates. Like whenever you're gonna get to play it. What time frame are you looking? What month is it going to be? Sometime in June? Is it going to be sometime in May? You know, that's all I want to know, man.
so you can sell the damn game. You know, you got to hype it
Yeah,
up, and if you don't know when it's coming out, then how do you advertise it? You know, I don't.
Yeah, and then like you know, there's some people out there. I'm not saying you know me necessarily, but there are people out there who would like to know the date
Hmm.
or the month when this
yeah.
game drops, so then they could get their money together and go ahead and buy it. So they'll
I
have it day one.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Microsoft's advertisement's been kind of sucking, man. Like they ain't been doing nothing, man. And Sony's been rocking with that, man. Regardless to what, Sony's advertisements, they've been doing their thing with commercials. I tip my hat off to them. That's why when they win MPDs, I say it. I tip my hat off to Sony and I give them respect on that because they know how to market deal their shit.
Mm.
Microsoft, on the other hand, is doing things backwards. That's what I don't understand. It amazes me how you have the most money, but though you let in a your competitor because regardless to what if people say Google, Apple, and all this other stuff, they in the console business. So when you in the console business, the rival console is PlayStation 4. You got the
Hell,
Wii.
man.
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. I didn't cut you. I mean, I'm like, hell, I'll watch your DirectX show with you guys. I love watching your show. And I'll see a
Appreciate that, man.
Sony, I'll see a Sony commercial come on sometimes in the middle of the show. Have you guys ever seen that? Or,
It
but
happened.
like,
Hey,
so,
Microsoft ain't doing it right, man. It's like they got the money, like the bundles, they all black. Like, come on. Then you
yeah.
give out a Gears of War 4 or no, how you say it? Not Gears of War. They come out with Quantum Break or all white console. Wasn't that
Hmm.
Sunset Overdrive? Wasn't you know what I mean? Like, give something different. Make your
Yeah.
console where people look at it. See, Sony's when you go to GameStop or the mall and you go to Target, Best Buys, when you look, you see different variety of consoles, controllers, all kind of things. Instead of when you look at Microsoft, it's a big green box with a black console in it. You're
Yeah.
like, wow, they still on it with this? And it's like, look, when they came out with the Forza console, that was badass. They came out with Halo, that was badass. You know, like give some good consoles, and your consoles will sell. But if you leaving it a plain black console where people say it's a cable box, then you're not gonna sell because you're gonna have
Yeah,
people.
but let me ask you a question. Like, I think I solved the riddle already, right? In all this. Now, if we do get an Xbox One Slim and it's upgradable, or if it's not upgradable, maybe it may have a little bit more of a powerful GPU, or so on, right? The GPU may be a little bit more powerful, and it may have a more faster RAM, like with higher bandwidth. If we do get the Slim Xbox One, do you think that's the reason why we're not getting all these custom consoles right now? Because they want to get rid of all the stock that they have, so they could mass produce all the slim ones that should be coming real soon. Do you think that's the case?
You know what? That's good right there. That's I never thought of it like that. And if it is true, then they playing smart because if they giving different consoles, with like Sony's doing in different colors and it's a little more powerful. Yeah, you're right. Get rid of the older stuff, the square box, whatever you want to call it, and move in with. Yeah, you're right. You
Yeah,
cut sense
out with the old, in with the new kind
in
of
with the
thing.
new. And that's why I think they're saying a stronger hardware. And if that is true, then I think it's going to be a different ball game. It's going to change a lot.
Yeah,
With
maybe
the
that
level
could be the
12,
Xbox that
yeah.
that may have the capabilities of having external GPUs or whatever. I mean, that could be the case. It may not be the case. Who knows? But it's definitely possible. You know what I mean?
I mean, that is that's a great strategy right there. If they are doing that, think about it. Maybe they let go Lionhead and them to gather money for this. Think about it.
Maybe.
Maybe
I
they
really don't
doing
know if
that.
that's the case.
Maybe they're
I think the approach that they want to take from this point forward, from this point on, is that they want to just deal with second party studios. They just want second party studios to make their games for them as exclusives. That's the way I'm looking at. Maybe Crytek, they're making a Rise 2. If not Rise 2, they're making another game for Microsoft. Who
Oh man,
knows?
who knows, man? If they coming out with another Rise, that I'm put me down. They got me. They got my 65 or whatever, 80, 90. You know what I mean? They
Yeah,
got my money because that game was badass. That's what made me fall in love with this damn console, man. Rise Son of Rome, man.
great story.
Uh, Great story mode, one of the
epic
best games
story.
Hmm.
ever. Yeah, epic. And remember, what makes a game is the story. If
Yeah.
you could stay hooked on a game because of the storyline, and that's very hard to come by. A lot of games with a good story. But
Definitely.
you get a lot of
There's
games that look beautiful and the storyline is trash
Yeah.
or don't
This
make
this
sense.
game had the full package, man. Gameplay was acceptable. It was decent. People try to say QTEs, but like that was optional. You it still had sword play. It
Yeah, you can
still
kill
had
people regular.
yeah, it had regular sword play. It had finishes. You could do a combination of different type of kills when you're doing the quick time events, if you want to do them. That is, it had a great story and the graphics. My gosh, man!
Yeah,
nice.
Still to this day, one of the best looking
that's
games
yeah. All
alongside Rise of the Tomb Raider. I still think it slightly edges Rise of the Tomb Raider, but I think Quantum Break has surpassed that in my opinion because I got to play that game.
I'm not gonna
You
lie.
know,
There's two more games that I've seen that's up there with
yeah,
that is The Witcher is a badass game, man. That game is fire. The graphics is just the graphics in that game. This is great. And Batman Arkham Knight was a beautiful game.
yeah.
Those
When you
is
think about
beautiful
Batman
games.
Arkham Knight was a beautiful game, but then that was still using the last gen engine. Like Witcher, the lighting in
Yeah,
that
the lighting in
engine,
that game.
man, that
Yeah,
the lighting in that game is on point, man. Like
when you
one of
cut
the most beautiful
people's
games I've
heads off,
seen.
everything like that game was badass, man. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie, that was one of my favorite. That's in my top five favorite games, The Witcher, of this gen, not of all time, but this generation. That's in my top five. That Witcher game, 'cause that game,
So would you say like leave it till E3 and then you can pretty much get a clear picture and you could see what direction Microsoft are headed with the Xbox brand. Do
yeah,
you think E3 is where you should leave it till?
That's what
yeah.
I was
I
doing.
feel like this. Don't keep your. This is what I'm gonna tell the Xbox community and the subscribers and the viewers right now. If you're an Xbox owner, don't get your hopes up high, 'cause look, maybe tomorrow we might hear some bad news. You know, just I'm being honest. It's like a slap to the face, and you just gotta suck it up. Get up again. If you fall to the ground, get up again and hold it down. Because right now, Microsoft is doing things that's unbelievable, and we can't explain it. Like we all shocked in the community. Everybody's going like, "What's going on here? Is Microsoft losing their way?" But at the end of the day, they up to something.
Yeah,
They
that's how
up to
I see
something.
it. I have that little feeling too. I'm sure Megatron, you feel the same. It could be like a beginning of something new, like a new
Yep,
era. Microsoft, I mean, like Phil could be ushering a new era,
a
in the
new breath
Xbox
of fresh
division.
air. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I feel they're gonna come out strong. Because think about it. If Microsoft does buy AMD, oh, it's gonna be a game changer. Because think about it, they're getting their ass whipped right now. And
Well,
if
they've
the,
already bought Havoc, you know what I mean, and that's going to be
that's
using, the basically a lot of the big games and the developers are going to be using that engine for their physics. Like Uncharted 4 is actually using Havoc, so obviously, Phil Spencer's going to go and say, Uncharted is going to be a great game because he's going to be making profit from that game.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's
Like
a fact.
Microsoft is smart.
Microsoft are going to be banking off Uncharted 4, believe it or not.
Yep.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
Now
So
you see why they businessmen. They got Havoc. They making money. Now if they grab AMD, that's gonna force Sony to make a power move that they don't really got the money for.
yeah.
That's like it looks like time is if they buy
But I
this
don't know with
AMD.
Sony. This is the thing with Sony. Like they're not making power moves because they've been investing in VR. That's the thing. And I don't know. Like Megatron, you were talking about it with me in the party earlier on. You were saying that Kotaku, they put an article saying that uh,
Yeah, it could be
PlayStation
possibly
VR is
eight
going to
hundred
be.
bucks. It's a
Yeah,
rumor. It's a rumor, but we're still speculating. But
I don't
if
think
that's
it'll be
true,
800
man.
bucks, man.
If
I
that's
doubt.
true, game over.
Wow.
That's just not going to sell. Who's going to buy that?
It's DOA. Yeah, it's DOA eventually,
Mhm.
man. Like, immediately, in fact.
I
Because,
was
like,
always,
Oculus Rift, that is, what I mean? It's a more powerful device. That's
honestly, I
600.
was always curious about VR. I've always wanted to try it from way back when in the lawnmower man days in the arcades. Never really got a chance to try it out. I do want to try it, but I wouldn't spend $800
$800 is too much,
on
brother.
a VR
But
headset.
that ain't
I would just
I
go
tell you,
Oculus and just get a PC. I would
or
do
not
that.
even
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying. Like, why the fuck would you spend $800 on fucking PlayStation VR
Hmm.
and you could just spend 600 on an Oculus Rift that produces better graphics?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like
Because
going
like
ask
as
that.
far as I know, that PlayStation VR it renders like PlayStation 3 graphics.
Hmm.
That's
And
what it
that's sad.
renders.
I mean, the diehards are going to buy it. The diehard PlayStation guys are going to buy
Oh,
it.
you're gonna get
But
and you're gonna
that's
get the tech nerds that buy it. I get it, you know what I mean. But like,
Hey,
it's not gonna sell though.
let
That's
them,
mhm,
that's the minority. That's the thing.
yeah,
let them.
yeah,
But the
The
thing
tech
with
yeah.
that
nerds.
money, what I'm saying with that money, Sony could have done other bigger and better things out there. They could have brought back, the Getaway. They could have brought back Siphon Filter. They could have, a new Sly Cooper maybe, a
Listen,
new
Wolf.
Yeah.
Jack and Dexter.
It's got to sell enough to where developers are going to want to develop for it.
I tell you like
That's it.
this. Ain't no mother or father gonna go like this. Yo, let me get that headset or whatever the hell. Eight hundred
Mm.
dollars on that, and then go. Let me get those two dildos and spend money on that.
And
I
then
get
the
the
camera.
price, and then the camera. Spend money on that. No, it's not. That's over 1,000
Yeah,
something
if it's
dollars. It's
if
not
it's
gonna
gonna
happen.
be 800, I'd say it's everything. It's gonna come with the dildos. It's gonna come with the camera. It's gonna come with
It
the
has to.
the processing unit as well. It's gonna come with everything.
Oh, I was just saying, if they doing that like that, then
And,
maybe,
and,
and that's a
and this is
slim.
and this is the thing. Like along with that processing unit, you're gonna have wires hanging down your fucking head. Who the fuck wants that, man? You want fucking three sets of wires hanging down your head?
Look like the Predator with stuff.
What you gonna
That's
hit?
the thing. Like I don't know, like with HoloLens, like you don't have wires sticking down your head. You don't have it. You just put it on and you just switch the thing on, and that's it. That's the way it should be. That's the way VR should have been made. Now this is obviously the first gen. See, I do want to get VR, but I don't think I'm ready for it right now. I think I'll wait until the second or third gen. When they get it right, because I
Hmm.
believe right now, this is how you don't do a VR. You know what I'm saying? This is how you don't do it.
Well, listen, man. Sony got the bootleg VR. It is what it
Yeah.
is, man. They looking like some VR troopers though.
Oh well, man, but
we
it just
are
looks like it does look
VR.
like it looks like they have a fishbowl on their head, man. But
Yeah,
look,
exactly.
we're gonna wrap the show up, man. It's been a great show. I'd like to thank Megatron for hopping in and talking some games, and Ghost Rider for you to host it, man.
Thanks. Yeah,
We
man.
appreciate that.
Like I'm saying, guys, I tell you like this. Thank you, Megatron, for chilling out and hanging out with me and Wolf. And I want to tell you like this. Xbox is the best box. I'm rocking out to the end. Regardless to what, man, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be rocking out until they I'm gonna be rocking out with them until they have one
Listen,
studio
man,
left.
I ain't gonna lie. Sony whipping that ass. Yoshida and them rocking us right now. What's up, Phil? If you listening in, Phil, man, Yoshida jabbing you right now, man. You got to do that Mayweather, man. You got to do something, man. Cause right now, I ain't gonna lie, them ponies right now came out the stables on us. They rocking us right now. But
Yeah,
anyway, man,
man.
God bless to everybody, man. Don't forget to subscribe to your boy Wolf. Megatron, I don't know if you got a channel or you about to put a channel up, but if you do,
No, not
subscribe to
yet.
Megatron and subscribe to your boy Ghost. God bless, guys. And remember, ponies out there, the motherfucking Ghost said it. The Xbox will always be the best box,
Oh yeah,
bitch.
one more thing. You lose. Perfect.
Perfect. You got anything to say, Wolf? You got anything to say, Wolf?
Yeah, I just want to say, shout out to the Xbox community, shout out to Megatron, shout out to Hebot, J Long, you know, our Direct X brothers like Blazing Phoenix,
Definitely.
Kaleidoscope. I don't know where Lebowski at, man, but you start making videos, man. You need to start pumping out them videos again. And shout out to Timefall Princess, man.
Shout
She's
out
been
to
she's been on the chat and
my brothers
yeah,
out
she's on the
there.
comment section. So yeah, shout out to her.
Yeah, she's probably on Killer Instinct right now. I saw her on earlier.
Definitely, yeah, she's definitely on that KI. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, support Quantum Break when that drops. It's gonna be a
Oh, I got
masterpiece.
that. I got that already bought, Wolf. Don't even worry about that.
Yeah.
I got that shit. Well, I tell you this, Megatron. If you got anything to say, now's
Yeah,
your time,
thanks,
bro.
guys. Ghost Rider, Iron Wolf. First time being on, the podcast, YouTube, and I appreciate it.
Hey, man, anytime, man.
Welcome anytime, man.
That's it. Shout out to the DirectX show, Kaleidoscope, all you guys, man. Blazing Phoenix, the whole Xbox community.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang, guys. At the end of the day, man, your ponies ain't rocking, B. God bless, guys. Peace.
All right.
Peace.